Are you there, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, may I please be put in a breakout room? Officer Shanti's there, but I'd like to speak with the attorney that's going to represent Mr. Aguilar.
I'll talk to him,
Okay.
Mr. Rosenthal.
Thank
All
you.
right. So you want, who do you want to go in the breakout room with?
If I could, Mr. Reed, just for a brief second, Your Honor, and then I'll go in a breakout room with Officer Shanti. Officer Shanti could actually be put in the breakout room if he doesn't mind with me and Mr. Reed. I'm just proposing the offer after seeing the documentation, the class that the defendant has taken.
All right. So I'm sending you an invitation to breakout room number 3. That's you, Mr. Reed.
Yes, Judge.
Mr.
I have the
Rosenthal.
Thank you.
And Police Officer Shanti. Thank you.
And then Officer Shanti as well, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you, Your
I don't see
Honor.
him, but I sent him the invitation.
And Your Honor, we are ready
Yes.
on Mr. Apollini.
All right, Mr. Apollini.
Let me call him back, Judge. I didn't know what you're doing, so if I could just bring him into the
Okay.
courtroom.
No problem.
And Your Honor, we are ready whenever you are.
All right, wonderful. Give me 1 second. Let me just complete something I was in the middle of, and then I will be ready to call Mr. Apollini's case.
Your Honor, you're so busy, you're always in the middle of something, but
Yes, sir. But it's okay. It's all good. All right, I am ready on case number 217-316-511. Counsel, your appearance.
Robert Fikens, P31894 on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Apollini.
And APA Alex Curry on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan, Judge.
All right, thank you. My apologies. I should have allowed you to go first.
No,
And then
no.
Mr. Apollini, your name, state your name for me, please.
Anthony Apolloni.
Apolloni, all right, very good. And then there's Sergeant, are you here on this particular case?
Yes, ma'am. Sergeant Holcradle,
All right.
Detroit Police.
And your badge number?
Badge F269.
Thank you. All right, how are we proceeding today? Is the date scheduled for trial, scheduled at 1:30 p.m.?
Judge, thank you for the opportunity of being able to speak with my client and also the state prosecutor in this matter. We've reached a resolution, Your Honor. The offer is that if he pleads nolo contendere to the charge, it would be under a delayed sentence, and my client wishes to avail himself of that.
All right, did I hear you say no contest, Mr. Vikings?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. And so, Mr. Apolloni, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Vikings, let's start with constitutional rights, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that in this matter, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes.
And you're going to have to speak up too, because I'm
Yes.
65 years old and I can't hear so good.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But you're willing to give up that right and plead no contest today, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead no contest today?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied
I
as to.
can't, I didn't hear his response. I
No.
didn't hear his response.
No.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his constitutional waiver, and we would stipulate to the face of the ticket to establish liability in this matter.
All right, according to the face of the ticket, it indicates that on June 20th, 2021, at approximately 8:50 PM in the city of Detroit at southbound, I can't make out the handwriting, but and near Linsdale, that the defendant, Anthony Apolloni, was drag racing. Counsel?
We so stipulated, Your Honor, and I believe the sergeant is here if he can, if you need to fill in that other word or that street.
Your Honor, that would be southbound Epworth, Epworth.
All right, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to accept your client's plea of no contest. And you said there's a recommendation for a 3-month delayed sentence?
I believe so. I don't know that we spoke of a term, but that was sort of in the back of my mind, and I believe Mr. Curry is nodding his head yes.
That's agreeable for the people, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. 3-month delayed sentence, I'll honor that. And I am ready for sentencing.
Judge, if I might address the court on behalf of my client.
Yes.
This matter, and I'm glad the sergeant is here because he brought up an interesting, started a conversation between me and my client, because the sergeant was aware that his parents were not very happy with his conduct that night. And the sergeant is nodding his head yes. And quite frankly, I think that's why the sergeant was willing to offer and the prosecutor was willing to offer the deal they did. He told me that's something he did that was stupid. Before I could get to it, that it's the product of youth. He told me that himself. He feels very badly about it. And certainly he's had to pay the price with his parents, which I find very good in this matter, Judge. I truly do. That shows the family is strong and that Mr. Apolloni understands that this should be a one-time thing and never have to come to court again. And I think he realizes that and understands that, Your Honor. So I appreciate the sergeant in this matter. I appreciate the prosecutor for bringing those facts to light and making it the basis for us to work something out today. He is working, Judge. He's at Bridgewater Interior in the city of Detroit. He seems like a nice young man. I certainly am happy that we could work out something where it would not be in his record, because as I think it is, it's a product of youthful mistake, and I'm quite confident it's not going to happen again. And I told him that because his last name begins with A, if it does happen again, he's going to have to appear in front of you and explain himself. So that's another good reason to be mindful on the road. So with that, Judge, I'll, if there's any other comments the prosecutor wishes to make or the sergeant.
All right, anything else from the APA or the officer, the sergeant?
Nothing from the prosecutor, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Nothing, Your Honor. They addressed it.
All right, thank you. All right, there are a couple of things that I am going, in addition to fines and costs, that Mr. Apolloni is going to have to fulfill for this court. And that is, first, you are going to have to attend the traffic safety program. At accepting responsibility is mandatory. It is a 1-day program. You cannot substitute it. You must call. Accepting responsibility is mandatory on today. I'll give you that number. If you could get a pen and a piece of paper. Come on, because I need you to call today to schedule your class, because I want you to be in compliance.
Your Honor, I'm the interpreter for Rodriguez Aguilar Marvin.
Okay, give me just 1 second. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll call his case next. 1
Thank
minute. All right, are you ready, Mr. Apolloni?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, that number is 248
4,
851
8, 5,
Again, the number is 248-851-5556. Make sure that when you call them, you let them know that Judge Holmes, this is a part of your short probation that you're going to be doing with the court, and that you need to sign up for this one-day class immediately, because I want to make sure that you get this behind you. So call on today, because we know we're dealing with holiday time. And so we want to make sure you can get in on time. In addition to attending the traffic safety program, you are going to write a one-page paper letting the court know, what did you learn in that class? I want to know what you learned. Understand that if you don't write me a quality paper, you'll go back again, and we'll keep doing it until you're able to write that one-page paper about what you learned regarding traffic safety. I am also going to assess our cost in the amount of $200. The fine in this case is $100. The total amount owed is $300. You are going to be on a 3-month delayed sentence. And so I will set your review date for, let's set it for March 14th. Let's do March 14th, 2022. And that will be at 10:00 a.m. At that time, you must have all of your fines and costs paid, as well as have your certificate from the class and your paper explaining to the court about what you learned in the traffic safety program. Failure to comply with the court's orders will result in time at the Wayne County Jail. So you want to get it done, okay?
Speak up
can't hear
nice and
you.
loud, sir.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, wonderful. Very good. I look forward to hearing what you learned at that program. Thank you for showing up, Mr. Apolloni. If you don't have any questions, enjoy the rest of your day.
I have
Judge,
one question about the paper. Do I write it on the computer, right? And
You can type it, yes, sir. But don't give me 22 font. I'm good with about 11. Do not double space. I'm good with a space, single line, or maybe you can go a line and a half. So don't play me, because I'm gonna play you back if you do.
okay.
All right,
We
it's
understand. Your
very
Honor.
important.
And
He understands.
Yeah.
I hope I know he understands, Judge. He's an attentive young man. I would like to say, Mr. Apolloni, if you lose any of that information or you don't do it right away, and I encourage you to do it right away, to call and set that up, because you can forget, things can go by. But always check in with the court. We're here 5 days a week. Even though I'm defense counsel, we're here all the time. You can always call into the court. If you fall behind or forget a number or something else happens, let us know. Sorry, Judge, I didn't mean to speak out of
Oh,
turn.
no, it's important that he knows. All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Apolloni. Be safe.
Thank you. Have a good day. You too.
You
And
too.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good
Alright.
day.
I wanna
Thank
the
you, Judge.
You do the
sergeant.
same, are we good with the state prosecutor and sergeant?
We are, judges, sorry.
Nothing else? All right,
Nothing.
wonderful. Both of you, thank you for being here. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day and be safe.
You
You
too.
too.
All right.
Judge.
All right, we have Mr. Aguilera, who is in the courtroom, and I will need to, and the interpreter is here as well. Are you able to set him up for?
I don't have a password.
Oh, okay. I need someone to come down. Can you call Yancy or someone in specialty court to come down? And let's do that. And then we can get them in the breakout room with an attorney, and then we should be in really good shape.
Mr. Reed, is there anything I need to do?
I can go in with him. There's a recommendation to amend count 1 to allow an unlicensed driver to drive and dismiss the count 2, which is no insurance.
Thank you.
If for some reason we can't get him into the conference room, We're gonna try really hard. All right, someone's coming down to get him into the conference room. All right, here you go. Here are my show causes. Signed off and ready to go. Is that a file that you were giving me or when I was giving back to you? Okay, wonderful, thank you. Who? He is in the building?
Yes, I will give him as soon as we finish with this and hoping what has to be.
They finally got him here, huh? Hi, Miss Robs. I'm well. Did you all forget about staffing today? Nobody showed up.
Judge, I was there.
I mean, Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens and myself. That's okay. I'm doing my cases now. I have one more case to do. You coming to set the gentleman up for me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
I truly apologize, Your Honor.
that's okay. Hopefully we don't have anything quirky going on tomorrow.
Not so much with just one
Okay,
major minor thing that if I see one, I could change the policy.
okay, sure. Let's get him set up so I can get him in with the interpreter. And then you can come out and talk to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. And I will put you all in the breakout rooms that you need to go into. Exactly. I don't know how I do it. Please. I'm unmuted. Wonderful. I have Mr. Aguilar in a breakout room. And so who's the attorney that's going in with him?
I will be going in, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Attorney Reed, you all will be moving to breakout room number 4.
With the interpreter,
Let's see. I need to find the interpreter. Give me 1 second. Is
I'm
the
here.
interpreter Pablo's phone? Yes. Okay, very good. You're getting an invitation to breakout room number 4. And
Thank
then
you.
Ms.
I have
Robs
the
is going to
invitation.
put him in there.
Thank you.
All right.
Are you there, Attorney Reed?
Yes, I am.
Are we proceeding to trial?
No, he's taking the office.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Did you
Thank
hear that, Officer Shanti?
Yes, sir.
The offer that we talked about with Attorney Reed, he's going to accept that offer. So it should just be a moment. We're going to let the judge call the case and then she'll dismiss you, sir. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you.
And thank you, Attorney Reed and Attorney Fikens.
Thank you, Attorney Rosenthal.
But it seems like you lost your clients, Mr. Reed.
My client, he's in the building. How can I lose him? He's in the building.
You probably lost the interpreter then. Got to go look.
I have a comment, Mr. Fikens, but I'll save it until we're not live.
Sorry, Mr. Reed.
And Attorney Reed and Attorney Fikens, we do have the offers for Wednesday. I sent them down to the clerk and I didn't do the show causes, but I did everything else.
Very good. Well, we're not going to be there Wednesday, but thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Attorney Rosenthal.
You guys are welcome.
Thank you.
I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be here Wednesday.
And I saw that tomorrow is there, it's all reviews and.
And I think a couple adjourned to pays, nothing scheduled for anything that traffic matter wise that we have to really deal with.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yes, sir.
I've closed the break. I closed the breakout room, so he should be coming up really soon. All right, I'm ready on Mr. Aguilar's 2 cases. I closed the breakout room, so hopefully he'll be joining us.
Is it gonna be on Zoom or?
He can come out here, and then
He's in
that
the
way Mr.
building.
Yancey can use the conference room. Let's bring him out, Ms. Robb, so Mr. Yancey can use the room. Make sure you wipe down everything though, Yancey, before you all take over that room. While he's coming, let me swear in the interpreter. Please raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties during today's proceedings, that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. State your name as well as your qualifications.
Pablo Bello, interpreter, qualified by the Michigan court.
All right, thank you so much, sir. I'm calling the following cases and we'll pause for you to interpret. Case numbers SP 113-2643, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Aguilar, please state your full name. You may interpret.
La señora Aguilar, están llamando el caso. La jueza acaba de nombrar el número del caso y están nombrando su nombre, señora Aguilar.
Speak.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, for the interpreter, you have to be on the screen if you could, please. We're recording
Yes.
these proceedings. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And so I don't know that he said his name. Would you please ask him to state his name for the record?
Por favor, diga su nombre para las actas, señor Aguilar.
Mi nombre es Marvin Rodríguez Aguilar.
Thank you.
Marvin
All right,
Rodríguez Aguilar.
Counsel. Thank you. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Judge, my clients want.
Hold on one second, Mr. Reed. Hold on, Mr. Reed. I need you to interpret that for me. Interpreter. Counsel, how are we proceeding?
Abogado, ¿cómo vamos a proseguir? Dice la jueza.
Mr. Reed?
Judge, my client wants to plead guilty. He wants to accept the offer of the people.
Mi cliente desea declararse culpable y está tomando la oferta del fiscal.
Thank you. Mr. Aguilar, please raise your right hand.
Señora, gracias. Señora Aguilar, por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
¿Usted jura que el testimonio que va a dar a continuación es la verdad y nada más que la verdad y que Dios lo ayude? Yes.
Thank you. You may place your hand down.
Gracias, ya puede bajar la mano.
Mr. Reed?
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Aguilar, you understand you have a right to trial by judge or jury, but you do not want to have a trial. Is that correct?
Señor Aguilar, ¿entiende usted que tiene usted el derecho a un juicio con un juez y un jurado, pero no quiere usted tener ahorita un juicio? Yes, I understand.
And you understand that there's an offer made by the people and you wish to take that offer, that recommendation. Is that correct?
Y usted entiende que el fiscal hizo una oferta y usted quiere tomar esa oferta, ¿entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
And no one is forcing you to take this offer. No one is forcing you to plead guilty. It's your decision. Is that correct?
Nadie lo está forzando a tomar esta decisión, lo está usted haciendo bajo su propia voluntad. ¿Eso es correcto?
He said C. Are you going to interpret it in English for him?
I didn't hear. Yes.
Okay.
I'm satisfied it's voluntary, Judge. May I do factual?
Estoy satisfecho y tiene las bases legales, dice el abogado.
Yes.
Sí, dice que sí.
Mr. Aguilar, on the date and time of this ticket in the city of Detroit, you were driving and did not have a valid license. Is that correct?
Señora Aguilar, en la fecha que dice la multa, usted estaba manejando en la ciudad de Detroit y no tenía usted una licencia de manejo. ¿Eso es correcto? Yes, yes, sir.
Satisfied, Your Honor. I'm satisfied.
Estoy satisfecho, su señoría.
All right. Thank you. I'll accept your plea of guilty.
Gracias. Voy a aceptar su declaración de culpabilidad.
I'm amending the charge to failure to display a valid operator's license.
Judge,
Estoy
I'm sorry. You only did constitutional.
Está enmendando el cargo la jueza dice.
Hold on, Mr. Reed. What I have before me says, Mr. Reed, what I have before me says that it's being amended to failure to display. Is there something different?
Yes, Judge. It was told to me that it was allowing unlicensed driver to drive. Mr. Rosenthal.
Okay, that's not what this says, but I'll amend it to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. That was probably the original offer, and then we amended it once we saw the documentation in the course. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Dice que están enmendando el cargo y el cargo que ahora le están bajando es a que estaba usted permitiendo a una persona sin licencia de manejo manejar su coche, dice la jueza.
All right,
Okay.
I'm dismissing the remaining case.
Estoy retirando el otro cargo, dice la jueza. Ok.
Okay. And I'm ready for sentencing.
Estoy lista para la condena.
Thank you, Judge. My
Gracias,
client is
señoría.
35 years of age.
Mi cliente tiene 35 años de edad.
He does have a job.
Él tiene un trabajo.
He has one child.
Tiene un hijo.
He did take a driver's course. I don't know whether it was court ordered or if he did it on his own, but he paid $55 to take that driver's course. He showed documentation to the city attorney.
Él tomó un curso de manejo y pagó $55 y mostró el documento al oficial del tribunal.
Judge, he is prepared for sentencing today. Thank you.
Su señoría, él está listo para la condena hoy. Gracias.
Right, I'm assessing our cost at $200.
Estoy dándole una multa de $200.
The fine will be $50.
La otra multa va a ser $50.
The total amount owed on today is $250.
En total son $250.
Will you be able to pay that on today, Mr. Aguilar?
¿Puede pagar ese dinero hoy, señor Aguilar?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, very good. Pay it before you leave on today, and that way you'll get this behind you.
Pague, por favor, antes de irse, y eso es todo, señor.
¿Dónde puedo pagar? No sé.
Where can I pay?
The officer will show you where to pay, and let's give him his paperwork too.
Ahorita el oficial que está ahí le va a decir dónde pagarlo y le va a dar los documentos para pagar la multa. ¿Sí?
Otra pregunta, tengo que volver otra vez a cerrar mi caso.
¿Qué dice, señor?
Queda cerrado mi caso, tengo que volver a venir.
So my case is closed as soon as pay the fine.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Sí,
is. Go ahead.
Solamente pague la multa y eso es todo, señor. El caso se cierra.
Entiendo.
Okay.
Counsel, what is, okay, wonderful. All right, officer, if you could make sure, let him get his paperwork and go and pay, and then that way he can have this closed out.
La jueza está ordenando al oficial que te dé los documentos y que te diga dónde pagar y eso es todo.
All right, thank you. So, I didn't have the officer place his name and badge number on the record. My apologies. Please do so at this time.
La jueza está pidiendo que el oficial se identifique para las actas.
Police Officer Shanty, if you could unmute and place your name and your badge number on the record for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Officer Julian Shanti, badge number 4170.
Ahora el oficial se está identificando y está dando el número de su placa.
All right, thank you. Thank you all. I'm done unless there's something else for my consideration.
La juez dice que eso es todo, a menos que haya algo que quieran agregar. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for coming on such a last minute call. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.